Welcome back, Elevate Kids, to our Wednesday night service. I just want you guys to get up wherever you're at, and we are going to go into our praise and worship session right now, and then we will get into our science project, but make sure to stick around at the end because we will have some announcements.
Wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you, Lord. Trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Far before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Far before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Hey, far before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Far before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore.
So, supplies we will need for tonight, okay? These are D batteries, so we will have 2 of these. I believe you can do 1, but after my experience yesterday, we're definitely going to do 2. It works a lot better, trust me. And then you will need some black electrical tape. You will need a light out of a flashlight. Guys, trust me, I spent all day trying to figure this out. Do not use any other kind of light because it will not work. The internet does lie to you. And then you will need some aluminum foil strips. Nothing fancy, you just fold them up, crinkle them nice and tight, and you will need that. And then of course some scissors to cut your tape with. But that is it. Welcome back, Elevate Kids. I hope you guys enjoyed the praise and worship tonight. And so we are going to dive into our science project. If you guys were watching Sunday, you know that the story wasn't necessarily about Joseph this time, right? It was about his dad, Jacob. And our lesson was on stinking thinking, right? So how we have a tendency to have bad thoughts all the time instead of positive thoughts. We have those negative thoughts. So if you guys also remember our power verse, it was Romans 12:2, and it is let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. So we're going to do this little light experiment, and I just want to dive in with you guys about what that really means to let God change the way that you think, okay? So we are going to start. First, you take this aluminum strip. You take one aluminum foil strip, okay? And you want to try to put it in the middle of the battery. So we'll tape that down. So that's the positive side. Then we're going to take the other aluminum strip and we're going to do the same thing. So see the negative side of the battery? We're going to try to put that right in the middle of it as well. I'm going to tape those down. So now we have our positive and our negative sides, okay guys? And then I'm going to take a big piece of tape so I can tape these batteries together. It's kind of hard to do this by yourself without the batteries moving, so we're going to cheat. I can get the tape off. Okay. Alright, now then, put these bad boys around. No, I'll do it this way. That way you guys can see better. I don't need to see. Trust me guys, I did this like 30 times yesterday and failed miserably every time, and then we finally got it. So don't believe everything you see on TV or the internet because they lie to you. That's how I found this out. Okay. Okay, now that we have our power sources put together, okay, we have our negative and our positive put together, we are going to light this light. I can get it to stop rolling. Okay, guys. So, we're going to light this light, but before we do, I just really want to dive into this power verse of letting God transform the way you think and making you into a new person. It is so easy, guys, to get caught up in all the negative things, especially a lot of what's going on in the world right now. And it's so easy to take people's views and opinions and just run with that and not really have our own views and opinions. And just during this time in our country and this time in our lives right now with everything going on, I just really, really encourage you guys to just continue to dive deep into God's word and just rely on God, because God has all the answers. And just like it says in our power verse, God will transform you into a new person. Yes, we have to do the work of reading it and believing in it and diving deep in it, but God does the rest, guys. And so this is kind of where I want to go into this, of this being the power. So this light is not going to shine on its own, right? It's hooked up, it's there, it's active. That's us. We're here. We're put on this earth and we're just standing still, right? And so we need that power source of God, just to really dive deep and become what we were really made to do, right? This light wasn't made to just sit here and just be dark, right? It was made to shine and shine brightly for people to see and for everybody to be able to see around them because of this light. And so that's what we need to be right now in this dark world, is we need to be that light. So we are going to try to light this puppy now. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. Come on, guys, I'm moving too much. There we go. Okay, guys, see that? So as you can see, the light is nothing by itself, right? It just sits there, just like we talked about. Ooh, my finger slipped. There you go. Just like we can't shine our light as bright as we need to without the help of God and without diving deep into His Word. See how bright that is? That's just like us in the world. So again, our power verse is Romans 12:2. Let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. And just like this battery gets this light gets transformed by the batteries into just a new creation, right? So just continue to remember, guys, during this time, that don't believe everything that you hear. Do research on your own and just continue to pray and search for God during this time frame, okay? And just let Him transform the way that you think about things and your view on things. Let it come from God. So I just want to leave you guys with that, and I hope you guys have fun with this experiment. And again, do not try any other kind of light but a flashlight light, okay? Because you will be very disappointed. So we will see you guys on Sunday morning. Welcome back, Elevate Kids. So a couple quick announcements for tonight. You guys have heard it. Kids Camp has been canceled this year. We are already trying to do something to make up for that. I know that VBS has been canceled, and so has Kids Camp. So we are trying as a team to come up with something for all of you kiddos to do and to be able to get out of the house and just still stay connected with the church. So that is a work in progress. As soon as we have something planned and the idea has been bloomed, we will let you guys know as soon as possible. Also, if you took a convoy of truck home to collect some change for them for the money that they're trying to raise for all the families that have been hit by this COVID pandemic, they are due back June 14th, so we can get that money straight to Convoy of Hope. So that is it, and we will see you guys Sunday morning.